Hey all, J-Man here. I just want to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hello, Legionnaires. Welcome to another dazzling stream. We're going to be talking about Dazzler, of course. So we're going to do this once a month because we love Dazzler and we just want to, show support for our disco queen, I guess. Before we get into all of that, I have a couple of super quick announcements. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be live on my friend Owen's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's the Action Elite. So make sure you guys are subscribed. The link is in the description of this video, plus all my other videos as well. I'll put it in the chat as well. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite movies of all time, Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. So looking forward to that. And then tomorrow night, prior to that live stream, I am going to go see Madam Web because I'm an idiot. So it might be good, but I do have this graphic ready in case if it's not good, which I'm pretty sure it's not going to be good. So I have a couple of graphics, but I think I'm probably going to go with this. I'm probably going to go with this one. And then, of course, Friday, Frank Miller, Fearless Fridays. It's Miller time. We're going to be talking about 3 more issues of Daredevil. These are all killer. Like all this stuff. I already read the first couple. They're just all amazing. So there's that. And then next week, next Thursday, we're going to be back talking Transformers. We're going to do 10 episodes from season 2. So that's going to be pretty awesome. All right, let's just do a quick shout out to our Legionnaires. So we've got Dan, of course, who signed up right away. Thank you, Dan. Sean, Steven, Clobby, who you've seen on streams before. Brennan, who you've seen in the chat. And he's been on a couple of streams. And Cliff on Comics, who is going to be making his debut tonight. So first appearance, tonight's a first appearance. All right, but let's bring in my co-host for the Dazzler stream specifically. I'm gonna give. I don't have intros for everybody yet specifically, so we're gonna give Scott our patented our very cool Troll 2 shocking intro.
What's up, man? What's up?
Hey, are you a fan of Troll 2? Have you seen Troll 2?
It's been a long time since I've seen that, but I am a fan of weird old movies like that.
Yeah, I've met the guy who plays the dad and the son. I met both of them at a showing.
Man, there are scenes from one of those movies that really freaked me out as a kid.
Oh my god! Well, they're just it's just hilarious. So okay, so first appearance, making his debut appearance, and for all first appearances, we give a clip from my favorite movie of all time, and I also think it's the best movie of all time. Or 2001: A Space Odyssey is up there too. But I just got this on 4K along with the other movie in the collection. So let's bring in Cliff. All right, how's it going?
Good, thank you for having me.
All right, I put a poll up. I was going to say somebody voted. I thought somebody had voted for Techmaster for a second. I almost had a heart attack. I put a poll up. Best villain of the night because we got 4 villains that are going to be showing up today. Or not, I guess Quasar is not a villain, so I shouldn't have said villain. That was bad. He's not really a villain. I should have said characters.
Yeah.
Right. So Quasar, Galactus, Terrax, and Techmaster, and there is a correct answer. I know that there's no it's a poll, so but there is a correct answer. So someone's already gotten it wrong. No. If you like Techmaster, sure, I guess so.
That's an odd choice out of the 4 for sure.
I mean, odd choice, but I mean, he at least he thought out his plan.
That is true.
You know, unlike so many other villains that are just like, no, I'm better than them.
The man just wanted revenge.
I'm superior, and then it's like, oh my god, I didn't realize they could do things.
Right. Yeah. No, Techmaster. Yeah. He's good. Classic. I thought you were live, buddy. Are you done your stream already? Or did I? Because I saw that you were going live. Start something with Star Trek, right? I'll check that out. And Scott is in the chat as well. So all right. So yeah, let's do the votes. We got 3 votes. So we got a 3-way tie with Quasar, Galactus, and Terrax.
I like Quasar. We share a last name, so.
Oh my God! Yes. Oh my God! You're right. Yes. Oh my. All right. Quasar. So did you vote for Quasar, or did you vote? Or
I did not vote, man. I didn't see the poll, or I would have voted. Who did I vote for? I'd vote for Terrax, man. Terrax is cool. Is he on there?
Yeah, he's on there.
I'd vote for Terrax.
All right. Cliff, who would you vote for out of the 4?
Terrax is getting my vote because I missed the vote, and so I need to get in there and vote.
Okay, Terrax. Yeah, wow. I thought Galactus would do a clean sweep here, but no. But I forgot Quasar's a cool character.
Terrax put the hands-on work in, man.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did. He did actually, get in there. Yeah, Galactus is sort of like an absentee landlord or whatever. He's just kind of around. Yeah, I can't deal with you guys right now.
Galactus is like, if I have to get my hands dirty, I'm going to be looking for a new somebody right now.
Yeah. There's a high turnover rate at the Galactus Corp. Like, seems like there's a new Herald every few issues.
Because not everyone wants to dedicate the rest of their immortal life to feeding this big bastard.
Yeah, of course. They take off the first chance they get.
As soon as he's got.
I mean, they're like a little hypnotized, right? Like,
right.
Look at early days of Surfer. Early Surfer is like, I must find a world for my master to consume.
Right.
You have 57 hours of your time to evacuate. And then he got to Earth, and he's like, oh my goodness, like. These little insects are so feisty.
I love these Earthlings.
Take that power cosmic and dip.
And by the way, those are my actual voices for Silver Surfer when I read him.
Nice.
I don't think I have a. Well, Clobby usually does the Stan Lee voice when we do the intros to these comics. So I can't. He's like Stan Lee presents. Like I can't. I can't do the Clobby imitation of Stan Lee's voice. But so I'll just do my own voice. So. We're going to start looking at 4 issues tonight. So 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're doing this monthly, second Tuesday of every month, because the second Monday of every month, I'm on Clobby's channel where I just have to review 1 comic, whereas the other Mondays I have to review 3 comics. So it just makes my comic reading a little bit more manageable. All right. Well, these are actually pretty good this week. I think the first 3 are pretty good. I think the last one with Techmaster, just because of the nature of the story, it's not as fantasy oriented. So it's maybe not. It's maybe the weakest one. But
it's a great cover though, with Dazzler.
This is cool.
And Quasar on the front.
Yeah. So how do you? Is it Quasar or Quasar?
I've heard both, man. I've heard both. What is it, Cliff?
I believe it's Quasar because Jungle Dude is Quasar.
Valid point. Okay.
Yes. FK, what's going on? Dazzler's doing the disco.
Yeah, I like that.
Also, to throw my legitimacy around, I've been meeting creators since I was 13 years old, and never once has anyone said anything but Quasar in front of me.
I think it's Quasar. It's tough. When I was a little kid, I couldn't pronounce Galactus. I was like saying like galaxy, so I was saying Galactus or something. Like it didn't. I remember me not, and then somebody's like it's Galactus, or maybe I heard it in the Silver Surfer cartoon, or maybe the FF cartoon, or one of these cartoons. I was like, oh shit, it's Galactus, and I was saying Galacatus or something like that. Like I was saying it just like that the guy doesn't know. I don't know if you guys are Doctor Who fans, but it's Daleks. So whenever someone says Dalek, I'm like, you're not a Doctor Who fan, are you? I can tell because you're saying this wrong.
If it'll make you feel any better, I was in 6th grade when I discovered that I didn't know how to say chameleon.
How are you saying it?
Chamelin.
Chamelin, yeah.
Chamelin.
Yeah, I mean, what do you got to do? Like, there's too many, you know.
Embarrassment.
Yeah. I mean, how often does that come up, though?
The English language is crazy.
It is. But you want to know what's sad, J-Man, is I'm a fan of Legion of Superheroes. By the time I hit 6th grade, I knew who Legion of Superheroes were. Wow. I had been calling him Chamlin Lad. Or
Chamlin.
Right? Instead of Chameleon Boy. And I'm like,
right. Well, I've only started with Legion. If you go whatever the date of my first Legion live stream, add like 3 months to that, and that's when I started reading Legion. So I'm all new to it. It was something that I just felt it was overwhelming. I'm like, I can never get into this. It's just there's too many things to
only because their continuity changes every 6 weeks. This is first time I ever saw the Legion in my life.
That is awesome. That's an awesome cover. Yeah.
And this is the comic I bought off the rack as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. Awesome. Oh, I lost my. Why did I lose my? That is awesome. Yeah. I've now gone back and I don't have an Adventure 247, but I've got like a lot of these ones that we've been reviewing, and I just been going hardcore. And I also like Superboy, so I've been going back and getting the Superboy issues. Now Legion is like my main thing now is Legion. So, okay, so let's take a look at Dazzler. So just Cliff, you don't know this, but once I start going through this comic and looking at it, I won't see you guys. I won't see you because you're on this side. So if you need to say something or you want to say something, just talk over me and then I'll shut up because I'm just, I won't be able to see that you want to speak. Because I want to be able to see the chat. So the way my windows are arranged, I'll be blocking this entire StreamYard screen. What's Classic saying?
Very
Or
cool.
the FF fuck.
Yes,
cool.
Exactly. He was copying, homaging himself. Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, and of Legionnaires.
Thank you for pointing that out, man.
Sunboy in place of Human Torch, Block in place of the Thing, Invisible Kid in place of Invisible Woman, and Brainiac 5 in place of Mr. Fantastic, the Genius.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, he homaged the hell out of himself. Yes.
Crap. That is awesome. Okay. So written by Danny Fingeroth. From an idea by Tom DeFalco. It's like, okay, thanks. Get your thing in there. So Frank Springer and Vince Coletta. Now, Vince Coletta is we're not a lot of. He's the eraser, right? he's the eraser of Jack Kirby lines. So we're not fans of him, but it is what it is.
Basically, listen, we don't know all of the things that took place back then.
Right.
We know perspectives of the things that took place back then. I think that man had a job to do and was like, we're trying to sell comics.
Well, he definitely wanted to get it out there. Sorry, you were going to say something, Scott?
Oh no, I was just going to start us off, man. Well, we ended issue 8 with these guys abducting Allison Blair. So right now she's sitting in this limousine with these two gentlemen who it's important to know that they're wearing these special sunglasses that protect them from Allison's powers because they already know that she's a mutant, but they have abducted Allison. So she's in the car with these two guys, and that's where we start off at.
Yes. Right. So that's important. And up until this point, for anyone watching this later on, this isn't kind of like Dazzler. Like to me, Dazzler was the X-Men arcade game Dazzler with sort of the blue costume, what you saw in the Pride of the X-Men cartoon, where she's got full range power. She can blast shit, whatever. This is still early on. It's issue 9.
Yeah.
By the end of tonight, she's going to be a bit upgraded. She'll level up if you're a D&D guy. She's going to go up a couple of levels by the end of tonight. But right now, she's not.
She actually learns a lot about her own powers in the next several issues that we'll be covering.
Yeah. This is actually a perfect time. Yep.
Yep.
So this is pretty, yeah, right. So here, exactly. So they've abducted her. They've got special glasses, so you know that there's something.
Yeah, she can't use their powers on them to escape or anything. So, but they show up to this special like aircraft helicopter type thing, and one of the men stays behind, and then the other man gets in the aircraft with Allison, and they head towards this weird mountain.
Yep. They're gonna crash.
Yeah.
So they crash in the mountain, and Allison dies. It's just a weird way to end the series.
The end. It's the weirdest ending to a comic. It's really short.
Very abrupt. I don't know. No. So the secret door opens up.
Issues are all about mourning Dazzler. And
it's the craziest run ever.
The rest of the run. Every issue is one Marvel character talking about how great Dazzler was.
But,
so so they land the plane. She gets out. She talks to Chrome Dome here.
Yeah, and he reveals to her that they're basically at Project Pegasus, the headquarters for Project Pegasus, and explains that they want to conduct some experiments and help her learn some things about her powers, as well as learn some things for themselves and their program. And there she is greeted by Quasar, as Cliff let us all know. Quasar Wendell Vaughn, who shares the last name with me, actually. But he greets her, and he is going to give her a tour around the place.
And they're instantly attracted to one another.
Of course.
Two blondes make a right.
As most males are around Allison.
She's a strawberry blonde, but okay.
Longtime fan of Quasar, yeah. I don't have very many Quasar comic books. I think a lot of these cosmic people I got into a little bit later, more like through Warlock, Infinity Watch, and that kind of stuff. So as a kid, I'm like sort of like Spidey, Hulk, like Superman, Batman, if you go to DC. So whatever I watched as a kid off of TV, Wonder Woman TV show, all of those guys are the ones. Who's an underrated supervillain in Dazzler Comics? I mean, I don't know if she has like a main villain to say it's underrated. Like right now, it's sort of been the who's who of Marvel villains to get this character, promote this character a bit more.
I'm going to say out of tonight's characters, Techmaster is definitely underrated.
Yeah, Techmaster.
That wasn't a great story. That wasn't a really good story, but like plot wise, like, this was a villain who absolutely was executing a plan. Like,
that is true.
He didn't have as near the power that some of the other adversaries had, but he definitely was out to get revenge. And yeah, I would definitely go with Techmaster as well.
Oh, I'm such a moron. I wanted to put Claw as the villain, not Quasar, and I ended up typing Quasar because Claw is in here. Damn it.
But yeah, Wendy's giving her a tour around the facility, Project Pegasus, and they get to the chambers where they're holding these supervillains with the different light powers and abilities. And they see, I forget who the first guy is, but they eventually... Solar, okay. They eventually come across, is it Claw?
Claw, man.
Claw.
Yeah.
Claw is awesome.
And he sends her this secret message, which plants a seed of doubt in her head about Project Pegasus. So she's now questioning the whole thing, whether or not they have good intentions.
Oh, this was done so brilliantly.
And we get the thought bubble from Claw that says, good, the seed of doubt has been planted. Like, it's Claw, so what am I supposed to think, right? Like,
right.
Like, he wants her to doubt it to manipulate her, or he needs her to doubt it so that she can get them out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really thinking ahead. I like Claw. I really wished... I wish that Andy Serkis would have had the full, like they would have gone full with him and had him as like the full sound Claw. That would have been sick. But anyway, he's a great character and he's kind of weird, and it's just like a very interesting, like, he's pure sound, like just kind of contained. So yeah, he's planted the seeds of doubt. Now, if you're reading this for the first time and you don't know who Claw is, you would already be weirded out because you're like, well, they didn't kidnap her, but they kidnapped her. It was weird. It's like they kind of kidnapped her, but you know, they didn't really kidnap her, but it sort of felt like they did. Like I'm reading this like, no, you got kidnapped. Like I don't, anyway. So you're like, they've done a good job in these 8 issues of getting you on Dazzler's side. This is one thing that X-Men has always done perfectly, and this is actually something that I don't like about X-Men right now. I love when everyone hates them, but they're still trying to protect you and do what's right, and they're doing it really, and it pretty much makes you immediately on their team. Like you're with Dazzler immediately. Like I don't know what issue, I don't know, Scott, if you remember. There's the issue where like she saved those people, and then they're like, "Oh, she's a mutant," and they went all crazy. And you're like, you know what? F these guys. Like they should just saved you. Hey Joe Dog.
That is so sweet of you, but the world has done too many terrible things to them for the modern X-Men to feel that way. You know,
yeah, like the modern X-Men. I don't like. I kind of wish that would have been. Hey, Comic Cap Collectibles.
Comic Cap, what's up, man?
I wish it would have been like a year-long event because I bought everything from Hawks and Pox is what I call it. From everything from Hawks and Pox, I bought every single mutant book and reviewed it all for like 2 years or something. You can go through my playlist. I reviewed every single mutant comic from that till.
To their credit, they really tried to do the superhero thing when Orcus showed up, and Orcus immediately started undermining it. And I think they would have done the superhero thing very well, except Orcus was like, "We're going to blow up your Hellfire Gala and ruin your lives."
Yeah. Well, now I'm waiting for it to reboot, and then I'll see what happens after all of this kind of dies down.
I hope they don't ruin everything because they're going to reboot it to satisfy select people and not confuse new readers who are being exposed to X-Men 97, while people like me who actually enjoyed the Krakoa age are going to get crapped all over, which is what I'm afraid of. But in the meantime, back to Dazzler.
Yeah, no, and we're going to be crapping on you. I liked the Krakoa part until I didn't like it. I liked it until there's one issue where they sat around the round table and they talked. And I was like, I don't buy X-Men for like 7 or 8, 9 pages of talking about this round table Mars. And I'm like, I don't care about any of this.
You have an issue with exposition. This is not the first time
I know
a comic and you're like, there's not enough action. Some issues are about exposition. Now,
no, they're not.
Too much talking. X-Corp is terrible, and that is not for you, sir.
X-Corp X-Corp was an abomination of comics. It was like,
I loved it, but it's
Cliff, you're killing me. You're killing me on these ones. It's X-Men. It's like it's actually okay. So this has exposition, but there's things going on. Like let's take a look. Okay, so right away, there's seeds of doubt here. So now we cut to one page. This is done beautifully. This is a great page.
They got her hooked up. They're going to start experimenting on her powers to test the limits of her abilities.
And it's done in one nice splash. I love the way that they've done the panels as like kind of angled with her purport, like her body, and she's just like, like it's like I'm being like, like experimented on. I love this. The little effects that they're putting in her body. It's like this little, I don't know, like chemicals moving around or something like that. That's cool.
I will tell you, Frank Springer and Vince Coletta spared no expense to give her an ample bosom the entire issue.
We appreciate that. So thank you. Do we have here? Let's do Elvira. Okay, so they go back, ring, 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 ring. So all of Dazzler's boyfriends, family members, acquaintances,
to several people. You got Peter, the doctor who she's seeing from the previous issue. You've got her manager, Harry Osgood. You've got the Human Torch, who's trying to get him a little some of Allison. And then you've got her grandmother and her father there. So you got everybody trying to get in touch with her because she's MIA. She's been gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So this has been, I don't know what the exact time period is, but it's been like a week or something. Like this isn't like she's just been gone for a little bit. Like this is pretty crazy. She's gone, right? Like
everybody that cares about
also, why does the phone in her apartment look like a phone from a street phone? Like what
like
is
a payphone? Yeah.
Yeah, like a payphone. Like what is that? Like what are we doing here, Dazzler? Is this like a statement? Is this like a fashion statement?
Yeah, come on, Daz. Like help us out here. This is brutal.
Unless she's just renting the apartment. Now, this next scene, these are a couple dirty old men drawing this comic book. Let's just get right to it.
Yes. Thank you to our good friends for drawing this. This This is why everyone's picking up Dazzler. It's like
Frank Springer and Vince Coletta. And now you're not going to talk bad about Vince Coletta after tonight.
No, I guess I guess not on this issue at least.
No.
I think it's like 81, 1980, 1981.
Oh, I didn't get the year on this one. What was it, Scott?
It was like 81, somewhere in there.
Yep.
Well, they do, yeah. So they draw Dazzler very attractive, which is good. So we got all the doctors, and look, it's like Wonder Man. What's he doing here? They're all like, all right, they're doing their tests and waiting for the results, and she's just like, look, I'm exhausted with this.
Really?
Like, can I get
out of there?
So she goes out, and there's Quasar, and I forgot exactly what she was trying to do here. She was trying to just go out.
She wants to get out of Pegasus. She's tired of being there, tired of doing the tests. So she decides she's going to get out of there. She's able to blast her way past most of the people until she runs into Wendell there. And then basically her powers are not working on him. So he basically leads her back.
Yeah, they're not this would be a terror. If he was her villain, that would be bad. Like, she would have a lot of trouble with it, at least at this stage of her power set.
Do any stage. She's got the quantum bands. That is not fun.
Yeah.
So
okay, so yeah, she'd be toast. Speaking of toast, they have a little bit of some food and drink here. She got into her costume, which I do appreciate because I do like the costume.
And makeup.
And makeup. Yeah, you got to have your makeup on. There's Claw with his name on his personal. It's like, where do we put Claw again? It's literally written on his cell, buddy. Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, and she's led there. She's led outside of his cell again, and he sends this secret message to her that says, like, you should leave this area.
Why does she have her purse, by the way?
You gotta accessorize, man.
You know,
keeps her recorder.
She's leaving this place, and like this is, I don't know.
She keeps her tape player in it and stuff.
She does. She has her tape player.
But he tells
her,
you
gotta accessorize.
See what happens next. You want to get out of here. You don't want to see what they're doing to me, because he's playing on her guilt. He wants her to feel bad for him and feel like he's a victim. So he's about to act like what they're doing to him is hurting him really bad, when actually it's not at all.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Claw is putting on an act here for Allison.
Yeah. Oh. And on top of all that, I also have gout. No. She's like, damn it. No, you're.
She believes it. So she aids him in escaping. Like, she allows just a little bit of light to seep through, or sound, or whatever. And is it sound?
She needs sound to produce light.
Yeah, so she needs the sound.
Like, is Claw made of pure sound?
He's pure sound.
Yeah.
Okay. She punctures the holes that you see there in the panel.
Yes.
And it allows enough sound to get through where Claw is able to escape.
Right. So like he if you remember, like, I don't know, like, oh gosh, Hellboy, Johann Kraus is the gas, and he's like literally in that containment thing that's just filled with smoke or mist or whatever. It's like that. I think that like literally his claw is where everything is coming out of, and that's what focuses everything. So he's just like a pure sound being or something. I mean, if they had teamed up as they'd be like massively like unstoppable. Banshee, Dazzler, and Claw, and it'd be like
living laser.
It'd be crazy.
It would be like Shadowlass and Night Girl in the Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, Shadowlass. Yeah, I really like Night Girl. She's awesome. Okay, all right. So he's free, and he thanks Dazzler, and then they become great friends. Wait, no, he doesn't. He blasts her. Wait, man, Claw, you suck. I gotta tell him that he sucks. She helped you out. You couldn't even do the ruse for what, 1 minute more. You just had to be a douche and like nail her immediately.
Yep.
So screw you, Claw. You suck.
But little does he know, it gave her a power boost.
It did. Uh-oh. So here is basically now the beginnings of her getting really leveled up. So again, he's pure sound, and he just nailed her badly. Like you can see here too in the drawing. Like I don't know if you can see my mouse, but like it's like is it like something like he can control this beam. he like literally engulfed the crap out of her, like her, and then she's now literally glowing with this sound energy. Claw's taking off.
She's storing that energy, and
she's storing it, right?
Yep. Runs into Quasar again.
Here's Quasar. Claw, you piece of crap. And then he like uses his bands here.
Yeah, to do a construct cage around him, but Claw has already planned ahead. He actually planned this all out. So he has a way around all of Quasar's attacks, basically. So he gets the upper hand on Quasar this time because he's been defeated by him before. So he learned from his past mistakes.
So he shoots chocolate at him or something? Like, what is this? No, he shoots... he bombards him with sound. And now
ultra frequency sound particles.
Yes. Yeah. Ultra frequency sound particles. Yep. I remember those.
The better of him.
We need sound effects. Like, and she's like, "Whoa, I'm a bit woozy." It's like, but I've got to skate. Wendell. It's like, uh-oh, you mess with one of my potential boyfriends. Now you're going down.
Yeah, she's pissed.
Also, she really had a thing for blondes. I don't know if I like this streak that she's on.
She does, yeah. Well, she didn't. Well, is Paul blonde? I can't remember now.
I don't think Paul is blonde, but
he's a brunette.
Blonde, Angel is blonde. Wendell Vaughn is blonde. Long Shot later on in her life is blonde. I'm just saying.
I think, Ethan, the thing is that one thing to point out is that at this point in time, Dazzler isn't really like in the hero game, so I don't think she really knows. The whole thing was we kind of glossed over this. We glossed over this, but in a previous issue, she met up with the Hulk, and Hulk is known to be a very scary monster. Everyone says he's violent and has and just will destroy everything. And she came to find that he does have a soul. He has a human element to him. There is goodness and kindness within the Hulk. So she starts to question, like, a lot of these beings have a bad rap. And then she even recalls that people think she's bad simply just because she is a mutant, which is not true. Not all mutants are bad. So this actually made a lot of sense in this. I don't think they just wrote this just to write it. Like it did make sense. What do you guys think?
It did make a lot of sense. And she just applied the same logic from what she learned, like you were saying, with Hulk to Claw. She felt like he deserved maybe another chance. Maybe he got a bad rap or whatever, and unfortunately she found out the hard way.
But that's okay, because at least I don't mind if the audience knows. I don't like when there's lazy writing. So lazy writing is they write it in such a way that they have a story they want to tell, and they're going to tell it whether it makes sense for that character or not. So if someone says, hey, you have to let's say whoever I don't know who the editor is whatever it is, like you have to use Claw. And then it's like, well, that doesn't fit. And then they just say, okay, Claw escapes. And you're like, okay, that's lazy. But here, there was a reason why she would try to help him. So it was a bit more, a little bit more thought. Hey, Matt Spidey, thanks for popping in.
What's up, dude?
Lizzo could be the Thing.
No.
Ow.
No.
Ow.
I don't really. I know that person's name, and I've seen. I don't really know who these people. I don't follow any of these. I don't know singers.
Did you see the last season of The Mandalorian?
No, I didn't see Last Mandalorian. Coolish Dan, what's going on? You know what I liked? Ultimate Dazzler. Punk Chicks. Yeah, she had that punk. I don't know if we got to do maybe when we're all done, we'll do like a stream where we rank all the costumes or something.
That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. I didn't mind the punk thing, but I kind of like the blue. I don't know. This is a great costume too.
She's got a lot more costumes than people realize, though. Dazzler's had quite a few different costumes.
Yeah, so it could be her own alien story. I did see. Was she in She-Hulk or no? Or was that not?
No. Oh my god.
Who was in She-Hulk? That was someone, wasn't it?
Yes, Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know any of these people.
I didn't like that. I did not.
No, like that. Nobody likes She-Hulk. That show is awful.
No, okay. I mean I didn't like.
There's so many things going wrong here. Get back to Dazzler before I explode.
Yeah, let's do.
There's nothing wrong with twerking on She-Hulk.
I don't know about the twerking. I'm just saying the show is bad. It has nothing to do. There's nothing to do with anything. And She-Hulk's a mean person. She shows up in a beautiful wedding gown as She-Hulk to upstage her friend's wedding. It's just so weird. I don't know. Anyways, this is weird. I was like, it's Craven with like Dazzler makeup. No. So he tries to nail Dazzler here. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say the claw ends up blasting her, and she absorbs like the totality of his full blast, and realizes that it ain't doing nothing to her. She basically absorbs the claw and kills him that way.
Yeah, this is crazy.
She absorbs him into her and takes him out. Like just straight takes him out, leaves the little claw hand just bouncing on the ground. He's gone.
He's dead.
Yeah.
She killed him.
So she
killed him.
Didn't even mean to.
She's like,
so
I absorbed him. I devoured him alive.
Yes, she feels incredibly guilty because it's the first villain that she's actually totally defeated. So
yeah,
she's feeling pretty upset.
Don't worry, Dazzler. You're gonna spit him out soon enough.
Right. Dazzler or Daredevil or both. Well, both. I like whatever I like. I like a lot of different things if they make sense for what they are. That's it. Yeah. Like that. If I'm reading Dazzler, I don't compare Dazzler to Daredevil, even though they both start with D. When I pick up a Daredevil comic, I have different expectations than when I pick up a Dazzler comic versus when I pick up anything. And I like all of it, so it's all good.
It's good for different reasons.
Yeah. The Frank Miller Daredevils are amazing. Like literally, they're so amazing. Like that entire show is based off Frank. They should just call it Frank Miller's Daredevil on Netflix. Like they should just put his name on it. It's like the entire. We're reading them all over again here. Like it's literally exactly everything on here. If they were going to do a Dazzler movie, I don't know what they would cover because there's been so many crazy things happening in this comic. Just in 9 issues, I wouldn't even know where to begin to make a solo Dazzler film. Like I wouldn't even know what to even do.
I think they should retake a stab at the Dazzler graphic novel like they were initially going to do.
Oh yeah.
They should try again, but use new up-to-date actors and actresses.
Or give us Dazzler and Beast.
That'd be cool.
Beauty and the Beast would be amazing.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do that one. So Cliff, if you want to, we're gonna do that too.
Yeah, we're actually gonna cover that, Cliff. If you want to do Beauty and the Beast with us.
Yeah, we're gonna just do them in order. We're gonna I've got this entire run and Beauty and the Beast, and Scott's got it too. And yeah, we're just gonna go through the whole thing. All right, so Dazzler's like, what the heck? I just absorbed this guy. Now, she already took a blast earlier, and now she's absorbed him fully, and she's being able to hold the charge. And look at this now. Would you call this? I guess this would be almost like a force. Is it energy or force? This has always been like a weird.
She releases the energy she absorbed via like this laser because she's got different forms of the way she uses her powers, but this time it's like a laser beam that's concentrated through. It blows straight through all the steel, straight through the rock out the back of the mountain.
It's more like energy, like when Cyclops uses his blast, it's more like it's like force. Like that, this is more like almost like melting energy beam, right?
Yeah, but Cyclops has proven that he could, like, especially when you have the adjustable thing.
Yeah, he can adjust it
into a laser.
I think it's just so focused that because the amount of force that's pushing, it's like so
friction.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like. They never really explored that in any of the films, which is one of the disappointing things about X-Men. But anyway.
Well, because he wasn't the focus of any of the films.
Except for my favorite X-Men movie, which everyone hates, which is Dark Phoenix, but at least it's about Jean and Scott.
Why would you like that movie?
Because it's about Scott and Jean.
I mean, I love him in that movie. I mean, I want to give him a whole Cyclops movie because I love him so much.
He's awesome.
Like he's my favorite thing. I saw that Top Gun movie because of him, not for anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the movie's that good, but I'm just saying it's my favorite of the X-Men movies.
He's great. He's great. I love him as Scott. I like her as Jean.
Yeah, I mean, I like the two of them. Oh, we're already done this one. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. Basically, she releases all of that energy because she just absorbed and defeated the Claw, so she has to expel that energy. Well, it leaves her exhausted, so she's laying there exhausted on the ground, and you see this like android robot like guy, and he's that's where we're left off. Basically, you don't know what's about to happen. You're just left with this android that's interested in and Allison there on the ground. So
yeah, the
what's
drone.
What's to come in the next issue?
I stand corrected. He is not the reason I saw the last Top Gun. He's the reason that I saw that space film, Voyagers. He's the reason I saw Voyagers.
Oh, okay, Voyagers. Okay.
Yes, I need.
I haven't seen Voyagers.
I'm categorized properly.
Yeah, I haven't seen Voyagers, so I don't. And I saw, and I like Top Gun Maverick, but I only saw Maverick once. I did like it though. I did buy it. I just haven't watched it again.
Really awesome Galactus cover here for you Galactus collectors.
Yeah, and Spider-Man and his amazing friends, baby. Woohoo! All right. So now she has gotten the attention. Oh, sorry. This is a recap. We're just gonna skim this. Recap what happened last few issues.
Yeah, she got the attention of the robot on the ship, and this is basically his analysis of her, and then it reveals that it's someone who works for Galactus, basically. And
what a great recap, by the way. Right?
This was a good recap.
It was really cool.
Not only does it bring you up to speed, it's all of this is for the benefit, and that's why Galactus, you need her.
Yeah, you get all these awesome. You got Doctor Doom, Enchantress, Hulk. You got all the last issues we covered, all in those few panels. So
please check out the previous. There is a playlist. Go back and go through all those with us. It was a lot of fun covering those. Yeah, this is a great page, man. Look at this. This is awesome.
Oh man, talk about like owning some original art. How cool would it be to own that page?
Yeah. So it's basically the same. It looks like it's the same people. So there you go. Same as last issue. Okay. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice. No. Meanwhile, at the Pegasus Project. So they're running around. What the hell's going on?
Quasar's in chase of Dazzler. He was unable. He's like trying to get aboard the ship because he sees the ship taking Allison aboard. It's Galactus' ship, basically. And they're taking her aboard, and Quasar's trying to get on board the ship, trying to blast it. None of his efforts are working, so he's just left behind, basically, as they take off.
And this is funny because this is Quasar not understanding the full potential of his powers.
Yes. Yeah, because...
So he should have been able to break through, right? If he...
If nothing else, he should be able to maintain pursuit regardless.
Right. Okay.
Right? Because as Quasar gets more, when you get to the Quasar series in the 90s, he is traveling at light speeds and everything.
I see. So I haven't read any of these. So Quasar, I've only ever seen in these, like if he appears in something that I happen to be reading.
Years,
so he should be way more powerful.
And for years, it's just him doing this, just showing up, making constructs, being a guest star somewhere.
Okay. Yep. All right. So now we're getting into this story here, which is pretty crazy. So Daz is aboard the ship. The drone speaks to her. And like here's the zoo of Galactus, which is crazy.
He has a name, but I can't remember his name. It's like something 2.
Oh, they did give his name. Where was that? Let me see. Did I write that down? I don't think I wrote it down because I'm like, I didn't think he was going to do much.
Drone R2. Is it Drone R2?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like a droid name or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call him the drone. R2. Oh yeah, R2. Yeah. Or R2. D2. No. What? No. So the drone is actually shown to be. He actually has a character to him. I didn't think he was going to be that important, and then he ended up being a lot more important.
He plays a pretty big role.
Yep.
He takes her around. He shows her Galactus's zoo among the ship and explains to her he has a much larger zoo on his homeland, but he's just showing her around this massive ship that seems to have no ends.
And look, here's our floor where we play checkers and chess. No, he's like, look, there's his foot. She's like, God damn! Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like if nothing has scared her thus far, then bam.
Yeah.
She's blasting him because she's pissed. She doesn't want to be light years away from home. She starts blasting him, using all her powers, and it don't even phase him. He's not paying her any attention.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it literally. And there's a great line in here where he says, "Why would I take revenge?" He goes, "Does a man take revenge on an ant or something?" Or
exactly.
Something like that. insect or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
scared that she's pissed Galactus off.
Yep.
And, yeah.
And so again, it's just like nothing she does. And now finally, actually, she creates so much light. Then he's like, "What the hell's going on here?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, you. What are you doing here again?" It's like, Galactus, you need me. Help work with me here.
And then we're cutting back to the men in her life, the manager, Harry Osgood, and Peter, the doctor who she is dating. It cuts back to those guys, and Lance, the big jerk from the last live stream.
We got to get someone great to play Lance in the movie. I don't know who we could get, but it has to be.
Who would play Lance?
I think he's on a BRB for a second.
Oh, okay.
We'll get it. We'll get his thoughts when he returns.
Yeah, we got.
I don't know who would play Lance.
So I could see like a Razor Ramon type guy.
Oh yes, that'd be so good. Yes,
toothpick hanging out of his mouth, all greased up.
Razor Ramon.
But you got a conversation between Allison's father and her grandmother. Basically, he's saying that he made the choice to not talk to Allison anymore after she chose to not become a lawyer and pursue music. And he's kind of dwelling on his decision, thinking about his dear departed wife, and just different things are weighing heavy on him. And then it takes you back to Galactus.
At least it's such a practical way to hate on your loved one, rather than she's a dirty, filthy mutant who I wish was never born.
Yeah, that does get tiresome. But this is a little bit better, like where it's like you understand the dad, but
I wish it got tiresome, and to an extent it does, but it's still out there.
Yeah, the one problem with the X-Men is that they're in the they're in the Marvel they're in Marvel universe. So it's because it's like, how are you okay with the Thing and the Fantastic Four, but you're not okay with them, just because one was an accident and one was a mutant? It was weird.
Yeah,
but whatever.
They're heroes. They're astronauts. They're adventurers. That was a terrible accident, and they're just a family trying to make the best of it.
Right. Versus like Jean and
these people, they were born different. Okay, cursed by God. They don't deserve anything. They don't deserve it. They shouldn't have any rights. They should absolutely be registered. They're a danger to everyone, and don't let them read to children in schools.
Oh, we got no. We can't do that. We can't do that. I already got limited monetization.
I'm only hinting at my feelings. I'm not broadcasting anything.
Hey, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
All right. Okay.
But what's funny? You said who should play Lance?
Yeah, let's say who should play Lance.
Why shouldn't Ty Sheridan play Lance? I love him. He's adorable. Let him play whatever he wants.
I don't. Who's that again?
Cyclops from.
Oh, Cyclops. That's the guy. Oh, is that the guy's name? Okay, cool. Yes. Yeah, Ty Sheridan. Yeah. He can play. No, he's not. I don't think he's like. Shouldn't he be beefier? I think he should be beefier.
Ty Sheridan be beefier?
Yeah, he seems small.
When he drops the only F-bomb in that movie, you can see those powerful shoulders of his.
I'm looking him up right now. Hold on.
Oh my God, I got so wet in that movie theater. People thought that I spilled my soda.
No, he's not. No, he needs to be like a bigger guy.
No, he needs to be like a bigger big. You just are not looking at the right stuff.
Well, I don't want to. I'm not on this computer. I'll use my other.
Yeah, exactly. Not on that computer.
Okay, so where are we at here? Okay, so yeah, Galactus has a mission for. He talks about his heralds here. So here's all the different heralds that he's had.
Some really cool ones. But he's basically telling that all of the heralds, no matter who they were all originally decent people, and then they became his heralds, and they eventually betrayed him and all ran off on him. So his next herald, Terrax, who he begins talking about, he chose a really bad person to become a herald. He went a different direction with who he chose, and still Terrax betrayed him.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting because if you pick someone who's good, deep down, if they're good, eventually they're going to see that this is not right, and they're going to somehow turn against you. But then if you pick someone who's bad, you're corrupting them more by giving them more power, and they're just gonna screw you over for themselves anyway. So I don't really Galactus. This is weird. This is one of the first times where you kind of start to feel a little bit. I don't want to say you feel bad for Galactus, but like you're kind of like, well, he is who he is. Like I don't know. It's just like
he's constantly betrayed. He gives the power cosmic to these people and entrusts them in them, and then they all end up betraying him. I did feel kind of bad for him.
Hey, Callie. Not a lot of words. I know
like destroying billions of lives every time he hungers.
But he's tortured. I mean, that's the role that he plays in the universe. It's not necessarily like a bad thing in the big scheme of things.
Yeah, I know. He didn't ask to be born this way, right? But it doesn't necessarily make him a good guy. And,
no, he's not a good guy.
And it's not like he avoids these mistakes or he ever tries harder. He doesn't. When he makes Frankie Ray into a herald, it's almost a punishment. And when he chooses Morg to be a herald, he knows damn well he's choosing the villainous scum of the universe when he doesn't.
But I don't necessarily see Galactus as being a villain, though.
You are when you choose Morg to be your herald. I'm sorry. That one is.
I think it's like. Okay, because he's a human. Okay, he is a sentient being. It's not like a tornado or something or some anomaly. Like let's say there's some weird anomaly out there like Star Trek that's eating up, and something in Star Trek you'd see it's like eating a planet or whatever. That doesn't have. He has a mind, so you almost feel like could he not figure out another way to feed and maintain himself without destroying other sentient like life forms? I don't know. It's like. The fact is at least he's not just there just to be a pure like evil. He is a force of nature. It's like Godzilla. Does Godzilla want to go do this stuff, or is just things are in his way? Like it's hard to say.
He's
like
burdened with this constant hunger that can only be fulfilled with eating these devouring planets.
Listen, I've got a constant hunger that does not always go fulfilled in my life, and you don't see me wrecking everything in my path to get it.
Yeah, I don't. We're definitely. We're nobody's saying he's a good guy. He's definitely a bad guy. At least
at the bare minimum, he's at the bare minimum he's chaotic neutral.
Let's. Yeah, I'm a D&D player. Let's go with chaotic neutral. That sounds that we can give that. You try to confuse.
He pissed Galactus off, and the only way he was able to flee and get away from him, Terrax was able to escape Galactus by going into a black hole. Which Galactus,
that's what I would have done.
Yeah, which Galactus cannot enter black. He's terrified. He's scared to go into a black hole himself. So that's where Dazzler comes in. That's where they need her. So that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to send you in to do my dirty work. Get in there, woman.
Yes, and he does not care if she lives or dies. He just wants Terrax back.
So he sends her in. This is all really cool. Let's take a second just to look at a little bit of the art here. This is a nice.
Oh, it's panel. Really cool. It gets really awesome. If you're into cosmic stuff, this book's for you. There's some really cool cosmic panels.
Yeah. Now I don't know if I've got the originals of this. I know I know Scott, you've got them. I don't know if Cliff, if you have these, but sometimes this is the like a Masterworks or Epic or one of those kind of collections. Sometimes I find that I don't like the way that they redo it or remaster it. Sometimes things get lost. It looks pretty good here. I haven't cracked open the old ones to compare them to this. Mm-hmm. To me, I just bought all these on digital so I can easily read them. I kind of like digital for reading because that gets all just on an iPad. I don't have to go take my comic out and then try to fiddle and put it back or whatever.
Yeah, it's great for on the go. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I'll read these while I'm on. If I'm at work, I'm on lunch break or something.
Yep, exactly.
I can read these. And I've got a bigger iPad, so it looks nice. This looks pretty good. I don't know if they've messed with it too badly, but it looks pretty good with all the lines here.
Yep, pretty cool.
She's absorbing stuff. There's Galactus.
Panels there of Dazzler and
whoosh, sends her in here.
A cool one. That black hole. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep. So now, okay, is he stepping on his horn here? What the hell?
He sends her out to this black hole. She is tethered by a this lifeline sort of deal that's going to keep her connected to the ship.
It's like an extension cord. She's got an extension cord here. There's Terrax.
Yeah, she finds him real quick.
There he is.
And right away he severs her. He severs her lifeline there. He severs her line to the ship, and that's kind of where you are left off.
Yeah. But instead of waiting a month, we can continue on right away. Now,
Boom.
Please, this 10-speed bike is literally the bane of my existence. It is on so many Marvel comics that's covering like a big. It's like, can we not have these huge like?
Yeah, because other than that, this is an awesome cover.
Yeah, what the heck? I don't want this stupid win of 10
covers there is.
Like, like I like this negative effect of like they're being sucked in, and
yeah, I love that they're like in a hyperspace tunnel, boom tube, whatever you want to call it.
Boom tube.
I love that it's like there, it's in that.
Yep, it's awesome, really cool.
Thank you, Bobby, for coming in.
It's Terrax. Instead of using the surfboard, he floats around on more or less like a small little island instead of like Silver Surfer.
Because he controls terra firma. So
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
There
exactly.
you go.
All right, we got Daz fighting, lest ye be judged. All right. She has I don't think she had this belt before. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's the tether. Sorry. I was just trying to be Mr. Continuity just to see, but no, that's fine. Now we just got this battle here. I like how he speaks in red outline. That's cool.
Yeah, you get to see Dazzler actually in an all-out real battle with a villain for the first time. That a high-stakes battle for a change, and it's a tough one for Dazzler. She takes some hard blows. They're going back and forth for a good while, and she's not getting the upper hand on him for a little while there. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now.
She tries to it says, I think it's here, she blinds him for like a second and then tries to do something, and then he just snaps out of it. Again, nice art here with the black hole. There's the ship. So by this point in time, Galactus has kind of even just forgotten why he's even what he's even doing.
More important matters at hand. He's not concerned with it anymore, whether or not the results or whatever. And the droid is concerned. He's invested in Allison at this point and kind of cares about her a little bit.
Yes, the droid has more sentient feelings and emotions than Galactus.
Yes.
Yeah. It does say, and I don't know if we missed this. No, but hold on a second. It does say, I don't remember if it was this one or the last one, but Galactus says, he goes, I can't afford to start getting too emotional about things, because then I will see that, obviously he knows that what he's doing is wrong, because he himself doesn't want to admit it. So he just ignores everything. He's just like, if you put it out of my mind, it's not there. So I'm not going to be thinking about it. So he knows that what he's doing is wrong. But ultimately he doesn't care. So it makes him a villain. So ultimately he's still a villain, because he knows what he's doing is wrong deep down, but he doesn't have the guts or whatever to not do it.
He's become purely apathetic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's pure. Yeah. So, okay. The drone here, the drone looks pretty cool, actually. Like you're like, this guy looks kind of neat. Maybe he could do be a hero or something.
He's decided that he's going to interfere a little bit. He wants to intervene. He's going to go to Galactus against his better judgment and ask if Galactus will aid Dazzler a little bit in getting Terrax back.
Yeah, and Galactus is like, I'm doing the new Rubik's Cube. This is the cosmic Rubik's Cube. I'm almost complete. I'm almost solved it. Just give me a little bit more time.
Yeah, complex, complicated problems in the universe. Way more deserving of his attention than what's going on with Dazzler.
Maybe this is a Transformers figure. Some of these new ones are really complicated to transform, and he's just like trying to figure out how to.
No, maybe this device is the secret to the birth of the Energon universe.
Yes, that he's creating the Energon universe.
Right. So that Imogen Boom can enjoy it.
If what Galactus is doing is wrong, then I don't want to be. Yes, there you go.
Dude, this isn't the sloppy sideways. This is destroying worlds.
Oh, yeah. Destroy the world. Okay, so meanwhile, back in the black hole, Dazzler and Terax are fighting it out. So she's shooting stuff. So she's learned how to absorb. She can hold energy now, or hold the sound, and then release it later. She's getting better at concentrating the blasts, aiming. She can do, like here she's got like a few beams. Mm-hmm. She could do like a full force blast or energy blast. So she's learning.
I have practiced in a black hole. She's doing great.
She's doing great. I know.
Dazzler, she has this effect on all the guys, no matter who you are, no matter if you are a male character, she seems to have this effect on you where you're just infatuated with her. So Terax starts getting this idea where, maybe she can come with me and be my queen as I take over and take over different planets in this black hole. She can be my queen. So right now he's trying to talk her into being his lovely lady.
Yeah, I think it's a power level thing too with these guys, They're just so, except for Quasar. Quasar, I think, was just enamored, because, she was boobalicious and, and she's there, right? But everyone else is like, she's so powerful and quick-witted, she must be mine.
I mean, many guys, we're on issue, like 10? And so far we've got Beast, Human Torch, Terax, so many guys infatuated with this one character.
Yep. So she's like, no, I don't want to be your bride.
Nothing to do with horny old men writing and drawing her at all. Okay.
Yep. Certainly in the last one they had it. This one they've gone back to action, so it's like they have it. We still do have a little bit of like it's like that's a low cut.
Is there
some low cut outfit?
Space stuff.
Space. The final.
Excuse me.
So our drone guy. So what's going on there? So what's happening here is the drone is trying to send her some reinforcements, but like he's trying to send like a sound beam so that she can power up, recharge her. He needs to recharge her
like a power boost.
Power boost. There you go. She's can't
throwing her a bone there. And now we're cutting back to the men in her life again.
The band here.
You got her band. You've got her manager. You got Peter, the doctor. You've got her father and the grandmother again. So,
yeah, the father. But Dad is starting to feel bad here. I think. Yep. I think he's starting to feel bad.
Come around a little bit and realize that maybe he was a little harsh, maybe with his decision to cut her out.
Mm-hmm.
I should hope so. There's very few parents that I enjoy when I read any of these titles from that time frame.
Well,
that is very true. None of the parents it's just like they're all poopy.
They're all terrible. No, you're a mutant. Try not being a mutant, Bobby. Stay home with me and your father.
Yeah, there's a lot of like goofy parents in these comics. I don't know what it is, but also too there's. Even if you go back to the old, like to the Silver Age, like the very beginnings, a lot of the side characters are goofy too. Like you'd be like, what was her name? What was Jane Foster? She's like, oh, if only Donald wasn't crippled. And it's like, what? Like, what? Why are you so mean? Like, who are these people?
Old men were writing and drawing the books. Like,
it's
here.
Like,
I need to acknowledge it.
It's like, geez, like, stop it. Like,
but it cuts back to the fight. They're battling it out, but this beam finally hits. Is this where the beam hits her and she thinks that it hurts her, but it actually powers her up? Yeah.
So the beam is coming. So they're having the battle. They're battling it out, and she's a little bit nervous of the beam. Oh, it's going to continue on the next one. Sorry, hold on. They break it up like this on this site. I don't know why. So yeah, here's the beam hitting her now. Oh. So the beam hit. So this is the drone's beam, which is meant to recharge her.
Yes.
And that recharged her, and now she's trying to take the axe out of his hand, which is a good idea.
Yep.
But it's not coming out. So she was able to knock him out, and now she's dragging him back. I mean, I think she's not a hero. She's doing a lot of heroic things now, whereas this guy was obviously a villain. He's trying to kill her, and if he's not trying to kill her, he's trying to marry her. So he's not a good guy, but she is still a hero. She's saving him. This is where we're now getting into more like Dazzler is proactively doing heroic things because she knows they're the right thing to do. I mean, which makes her cool.
She's doing what she's got to do to get back to where she wants to be.
Mm-hmm. But she contemplates leaving him. This is interesting. I kind of glossed over it. She's contemplating leaving this guy to say, you know what, maybe he's better off going his way, and because Galactus is not happy with him and he might kill him. Maybe it's better to just let him be. But then she starts to think, well, you know, is it really good that he's on the loose out there? Maybe I should bring him back. I don't know. So she actually thinks over what to do, and it gives the reader a chance to start to think yourself, like, what should we take him back or not?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they tried to put a little bit more thought into it rather than just, well, she'll just, you know, take him back or whatever. But she does take him back, mostly because Terrax is a cool character and we want to see him appear later. So she brings him back, goes through all the space. The drone is like, "Oh, sire, are you finished building the Hasbro universe?" "No, I'm not. What do you want?"
Now he's faced with Galactus because he basically betrayed Galactus's orders, so he very well could get destroyed right here. So he's facing Galactus for his betrayal, and
I don't know. This is not good.
Yep.
But Galactus's ship is there, so finally it's like, "Master," it's like, "Aren't you gonna like kill me?" Here's where, okay, I think this is where he starts, where they say he contemplates. Hold on a second. Was it here?
Let's see.
Yeah, so it says to do so would make it's not actually, it's actually just narration, the tragedy of Galactus, So it's like he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he's just doing it anyways, just because he wants to feed. So she does get back to the ship.
Yep.
Her purse is okay, guys. It's fine.
Yeah,
her purse is fine.
The cosmic handbag has survived.
Cosmic handbag.
Terrax is in restraints there. He gets locked down.
And now here's all the people driving to Allison's apartment.
Yeah, because they're all concerned. They've all decided in the last panels that they've had enough. The only way to they're tired of being worried, so they're all going to go to their apartment. They've all mutually decided, all the people in her life, that they're all going to head to their apartment. So they're all headed towards their apartment.
Or not connected in her in any other way. In an age where you could only rely on television, radio, newspaper, and a landline. But go for it, kids.
Yeah. They gotta make their way, man. Yep. This guy's got so much to say. The words are like going around his body. Like, okay.
Yeah, she's hurt. She's like, it's taken a lot out of her. So he puts her in this chair that Galactus uses to heal, basically. And they've never used it on a human before, so they're hoping that it will work, and it does. Basically, it's a success. So,
can I be an a-hole for a second and be like, they never used it on a human, yet it's contoured perfectly for humans? Like, what other creatures
are going to recliner for humans? It is a recliner.
because it adapts to the
okay.
size.
Okay, all right. So it's
obviously it's gigantic when Galactus is resting in it.
Maybe it's his potty bowl or something. Galactus must really, really do a big. You're eating an entire planet. That's got to be really brutal.
But it's funny, like once she's back, Galactus can no longer hear her again. Once she's back and no longer has the power he lent to her, he goes back to not being able to hear her again and starts not paying attention to her.
Yes, he doesn't care. But there is this extra part here. I actually didn't think we were going to get this. I thought she would return him and then she would just go back. I didn't think that we'd have these couple of extra little bits with having a little bit of a trial or sort of,
it takes
Punish him.
It takes a surprise turn. I'm thinking for sure that Terrax is going to get taken out here.
That's right. That's right. It goes right to his thighs. That's why he's got that kilt or whatever, that skirt thing that he's got over top. Gotta hide the thigh weight. So she like makes a case here, like, oh, Galactus, you're kind of an ass too. So you chose this guy. You chose him because he was an ass, and now you're angry that he's an ass. So
yeah,
WTF. That's basically what she's.
Yeah, she defends him. She plays a defendant to his case, basically, which is surprising. It surprised me when I first read this.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Bless you.
I'm on like my 100-day cough here. It's like I had a cold like 3 months ago, and the cough just doesn't want to go away. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, so she stands up for him. That's cool.
Yeah.
And she's like, Galactus, you're kind of an ass too. Maybe we should put you on trial. And he's like, all right, fine. We'll let him off easy.
Yeah, just lets him go back out as a herald again. So he returns back out to as a herald of Galactus.
And planets. I love this. So he walks off, and she's like, yeah, remember me from 1 second ago? Like, I have to go home. Like,
he's not hearing her.
He doesn't care. And he's like, click your heels 3 times and you will go home. No, that will not work. So anyways, our buddy here beams her back home.
Yeah, she gets help from that droid dude. The droid guy comes in handy.
He's good. They should make him I wonder if he came with, there was like a really big Galactus toy that came out a while back. I wonder if they should have done one with like, where you got all of the guys. That would have been a cool.
And you got a bunch of the, you got Surfer and Nova and Terex, and
yeah,
you got a lot of the heralds.
The big ones.
Yeah,
and then you got my favorite Galactus panel in the whole comic where he's kicked back chilling with his legs.
Oh, I love it.
I love that, dude. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I'm hanging out.
Chill too. He needs chill time.
Yeah, got my like, put a TV in front there or something. Like, come on, like. Where's his library?
Most advanced technology in the cosmos. I'm sure he's fine.
He probably gets some killer programs on that. He's like, it's like, I already know how House of the Dragon's going to end. I already know.
In the meantime, if I were Allison with this homecoming, I'd be like, oh my goodness, all the himbos stay and the rest of you go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Oh my God,
all the
man.
men in her life, all at her apartment, all at one time at her door. And great time.
Now this
beam back in. Go ahead, J-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say this only happens in comics. It's like right at the second that they come in.
Perfect timing. Lands on the couch.
Allison.
Now this pisses me off too.
It totally pissed me right. I liked this issue. I understand what they're going for, but it actually also did piss me off. It's like, okay, well, go ahead, Cliff. You were pissed off first.
Because she was gone at a week-long party. She's passed out, didn't answer the buzzer. We haven't heard from her in weeks, so we're gonna conclude on our own what's wrong with her. And
right, I agree.
Let me plant a non-consensual kiss on my way out the door. Everything here was wrong. You're canceled. All you men are canceled.
Yeah, like they show up, so they've been so worried about. Seriously though, they were worried about her, and then they show up, and then they all just assume that she's just been doing nothing but kiss. She's been doing nothing but trash and and it's like
her dad walks away saying, "Well, I guess we can patch up our differences when she straightens her act up," as if she's like went on this binge for a week.
And now the worst offender is actually not even, because the dad already is already
terrible. He's already a terrible person.
But Osgood, he knows
that she's a mutant.
He knows that she's a mutant. So, I don't like this is a little bit of a lazy. I'm gonna have to point out. I pointed out good writing, but I'm gonna point out some lazy writing. I don't like when there's no pushback. Like if they all came in, they're like, she's just been on this, week-long party and she's, like on a rave or something. And she's just like an idiot now. I would have liked to have seen some pushback from Oswald, be like, well, guys, let's not jump to conclusions. We don't know. Why don't we all, she looks okay. Why don't we all leave? I'll look in on her.
Because she did save his ass. Like
she saved him
life already.
Right. Like Lance is a jerk anyway, so he doesn't care. The dad is already like, he's not a great dad. He's already pissed off with her anyway, so he knows,
Right.
you know. But Osgood does know that she's immune and was saved by her, so obviously he should have stepped up. I just don't like when there's no pushback by a character that should say something. Like, you know, that's my only. That's
right.
that.
One person who knows she's a mutant who could be like, I'll stay with her. Her father, who should be like, I'm her father. All you get F out.
Right.
I'm gonna stay with her. The fact that everyone sees her there, makes assumptions on her behalf, and decides.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Leaves her alone with Peter. Everybody just leaves her passed out alone with the.
Yeah, leave her passed out. This is crazy. And the thing is as a reader too, because you just read. Now this was now remember, we covered this in half an hour or whatever, but this is like 2 issues of this particular little story. And if you count the last issue as where her disappearance began, that's 3 issues. That's 3 months of the reader watching her go on this adventure to have these guys say, oh yeah, she's just trash anyways, let's go. So that actually, it did piss me off, because like that's unwarranted. And only because, again, where's the pushback? Why doesn't Osgood? I understand the other characters, they are who they are. Why doesn't Osgood say, listen, you guys leave, I'll stay here behind, make sure she's okay, and whatever. And then when she wakes up, he's like, what happened? Was there something? Was there an attack? Was there a mutant attack? Or like, yeah, ask something. So that's a bit lazy. I think this is we just need to wrap this issue up. Okay, well, whatever. Like they just say, "Oh, she's trash," and leaves. It's like, so that's lazy.
Harry,
and also, they went out of their way. The writer went out of their way to write that everyone decided, I need to go check on Allison now. You didn't have to write that.
Correct.
You could have wrapped the issue with she got teleported back to her apartment. The phone rang. She answered. It was her manager, and it's all good. The manager's, I'll call all your friends and family.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. Because you're right. That actually makes it a bit worse, because in between the Galactus action, we got these characters saying, oh, they're so worried about. Yeah, there's no way you're worried.
This wasn't lazy writing. This was stupid writing.
It is
because they went out of their way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. That was a bad. I don't know why. Really, that entire subplot could have just been removed. Because what is the point of it? If the point of it was just going to end off by saying, well, she's trash anyways, then why did we even bother with that part? That makes too much sense.
Why? Because who was this written by?
Well, I don't know. It was an idea by one person and whatever by another person.
It was written by a bunch of horny old men. That's
now we got Tech Master. We got the very first cover appearance of Tech Master.
Oh shit! Sorry.
12. So we're dealing with a brand new villain in this issue.
Yeah.
So if you're unfamiliar, that is Tech Master right there.
Tech Master is back. We got to see him a little bit. I don't remember what issue number, because I don't remember numbers and things, but whatever. We saw him a while back.
Appeared on the cover though. First
cover appearance. And there's like, why is there like 3 Dazzlers on here? Does she become triplicate girl? No, it's
a weird cover. It's a weird cover. It's not one of my favorites.
No, it's one of those covers that's supposed to be like emphasizing 3 different moments of her life, you know?
I know. I'm just being funny. You know I'm being funny, right?
Fine. And we start with the steamy shower scene here with Allison in the towel.
Now, I want to point out that Danny Fingeroff is the writer of this issue, and he is also notable for being one of the creators of Darkhawk.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Awesome fact.
So Danny Fingeroff. Oh, so now Tom DeFalco had given the concept for it's the problem with these days, not these days, even these days, I guess, but back then, it's very difficult to figure out what everything meant. Because when you've got like scripter, plotter, writer, and it's like, well, did the artist do a lot? Because Marvel method is weird, right? Like someone comes up with an idea, and then the artist maps the entire thing out, and then someone goes back and will do some dialogue bits or change the story around a bit. So and DC's bad too, because like you never know who did. You don't really know who did what a lot of times. What were you gonna say, Cliff?
No, you should. Yeah, you had it. But basically, if you have a comic and you see a plotter That means the plotter was the one who said, in this issue, she's abducted by the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's because they need her to marry a space prince, right?
Right.
And then the artist draws out a whole thing because it's the Marvel method. So they just draw out Dazzler encountering the Guardians, being taken off, drawing the prince, setting the stage for a wedding, and then the writer goes in and writes everything. And the first time I had the first time in my adult life I had heard of this was George Perez did this to Jeff Johns on Legion of Three Worlds. They got, he's like, Jeff, that sounds amazing. He goes, but we're going to do the Marvel method. I'm going to draw the Legion doing all their stuff. And it's like, and then you'll write it.
I don't know. It seems like it's an interesting way, but it also seems kind of tough too. Like, I feel like the artist gets like a lot of weight or a lot of pressure to come up with something that's going to make sense somehow. And then the writer, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's tough. It is a tough. I don't know what they do now. I don't know how it works right now.
Now you get the script, and even though you get the script, I know a lot of writers. I mean, a lot of artists who like get the script and they don't read it. They plan it out. They just draw it out, And then like if they need someone to do final touch-ups, like a colorist like Tom Chu, they'll grab him for a touch-up. And they're like, Tom, we effed up. That can't be Wonder Girl. It's got to be Star Girl at the end of the New 52. Change it. And I'm using this as a literal example, by the way.
Yeah, so that's tough. Like, that's really a tough position, like, to be in. And then you got to fix up shit after the fact. Like, yeah, that's crap. That's crappy. I'll stick to writing my books, which are available on Amazon in the link below. All right.
Nice half-dressed panels here.
She's wearing green, my favorite color. And she's going to the fridge. I love the ketchup sandwiches here. She mentions ketchup sandwiches. That's like your staple when you can't. In Canada, the staple is Kraft dinner. They used to, it'd be like 50. I don't know what you guys what you'd call it, like just macaroni and cheese, mac and cheese. You guys have mac and cheese. Yeah. So here the brand is called Kraft dinner.
Our Kraft mac and cheese is Kraft dinner for Canada.
Yeah, we call it Kraft dinner. I don't know why we call it that, but that's just what we call it. Yeah, I love
the weird stuff across the border. I'm like, you're close enough to know how we've screwed each other's names up, but divided enough to just do whatever we want.
Yeah, it's like, no, it doesn't matter. It's all good. So the phone rings.
Thanksgiving, I want you to know, their Thanksgiving is much shorter than ours.
My Thanksgiving is on a different thing. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what'd you say? Oh, the doctor. Yeah, the doctor's calling her. Dr. Paul
Peter,
here.
the doctor is finally able to talk to her after the last issue. It left off. He gave her the creepy kiss in the apartment. She's passed out. But this is the first actual time while she's conscious that they're able to talk.
And I want to point out something too. We forgot, this was not mentioned, but this was mentioned before these issues. The secretary there, she despises Allison and she wants to get with the doctor.
Yeah, she's very jealous. Very much.
She's very jealous. So be careful of her. Things. And look at her face here. He's talking to Dazzler.
Trifling, trying to sabotage.
She's trying to use her mind powers to sabotage the conversation.
Just hating.
She doesn't have mind powers. If you're watching this later, I'm just saying. Someone's gonna be like, no, she doesn't have no mind powers. I'm like, okay.
It takes us to the mansion of Harry S. Osgood.
Yes. So he's scared. The Tech Master is actually Harry's adversary, not really Allison's.
He wants revenge. And like a little backstory on that. This accident happened basically in a stage show, and he blames Harry. It disfigured him very badly. It scarred him up, and he blames Harry for all of this. So he has plotted and wants nothing more than to get revenge and take Harry out. And that's his ultimate goal. So Harry's paranoid.
Hey, Sean, what's going on, man?
What's up, dude?
I didn't know I didn't know you're popping in for Dazzler stuff. Kraft's premier mac and cheese in Canada. Yeah, refined people graduates. Sidekicks. Oh, I don't know. What are you talking about? No, well, I'm not refined then, because Kraft dinner is the way to go, man. Don't be spreading this other brand around here. Nobody likes that brand. You know how many people Oh, I got this. I got this one right. You know how many people like that other brand?
Zero.
Okay. By the way, just J-Man is making me sad. I'm at that age where I'm not doing no Kraft mac and cheese out of a box.
Oh, I love. Oh my god, I love it. You know, it says that's supposed to feed 4 people. It's supposed to be 4 people. So I can't. Yes.
Right. Do you have children? Is that what ruined your life?
I don't have children. No.
Oh my god. Then I'm going to start sending you videos on cooking.
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. My wife doesn't do any cooking. She does mostly cleaning things, and I do cooking things. Though my cooking's getting a little bit better as we go.
Let me tell you, heavy cream and cheese are going to be your new velvety friend that you are going to love.
Oh, I do. When I do Kraft dinner, I'll put butter and I'll put cream as well and mix that up. And they give you the powder, like the cheese powder, and you make, and I mean, you can get ones where you can buy the extra powder if you want it extra, like extra cheese or whatever. I'm getting so hungry. I literally just ate and I'm getting so hungry. I can't talk about food. I'll get hungry.
You're breaking my heart. Sorry, Scotty. I keep derailing us terribly.
No, man, you're good. Basically, where we're left off is, like I was telling you guys, the whole deal with Techmaster. He's got bodyguards because he's paranoid.
Yes.
But then it takes us back to but the purple dude, the dude in the purple suit, is one of his bodyguards. And and then it's gonna take us back to Allison, I believe, coming in.
Yeah.
Where's she at? Right? Oh, she's at Harry Osgood's her manager's office.
Yeah, so they do try to make up, I guess, a little bit here with, you know.
Yeah, here's where she calls him out and she's like, dude, I've saved your ass. And kind of straightens him out a little bit on the situation. Like, you should have more faith in me than thinking that I'm just out getting wasted on this week-long bender. I've saved your ass before. And wait, no, he's like giving her the runaround. No, this is where he gives her the runaround. That's not, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Sorry. Yeah. Because later on she's going to.
This is actually where he's like, gives her the runaround. He's like, you can go see my friend for a show. We worked hard to build you up and then you blew us off. So, you know, maybe my buddy will help you, but it's not going to be a good show like you're used to. It's going to be something like a little less desirable.
Yeah. Well, and it's because he's paranoid over the Techmaster and he's taking it out on Allison.
Yeah. He's being a dick.
He's being a total dick. And this comic, if one thing they have done is that they have made us on her side, at least.
Yeah, you feel for her.
Like we're definitely with her. Techmaster's watching through the eyes here.
Yeah, little secret cameras.
Secret cameras. It takes us
to Techmaster here, who's looking creepy and all scarred up.
Looks like Darkman or whatever. Or it looks like, you know what, he could be a Dick Tracy villain or something.
Yeah, it really does. He looks like a Dick Tracy villain.
I'm gonna pick up this phone, Shay, and I'm gonna call my boys.
Face.
Baloney. Formaldehyde face. Have you ever see? There
you go.
You've seen They Live, right? where he's, you look like your face fell in the cheese dip back in 1957, or I don't know what the year. He goes, you're okay. This one. Have you seen They Live, Cliff? Please tell me you've seen They Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all the time, but I have. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
manager. This is that other manager that's going to get her another job, but it's not going to be desirable. And as you can see, it ends up being a gig at like a kids' party. So she's up on stage with a Bozo the Clown and his friends singing.
Well, I as long as it's as long as it's not this clown, we're okay.
Yeah. You don't want to be anywhere around that clown.
You don't want to be next to Art, but so she's just performing at these really, junky things.
Gotta make money.
It kind of sucks because she's gone through all of this stuff too. This comic this is a weird, not weird. That's not the right word. It's a different kind of comic because you just had Galactus, and now we're back to this really low key, down to earth, grounded. Okay, I've got to get a job. It's weird the way that they've mixed these up. Like she fought Dr. Doom.
And you're going from that to a street level, like very not
pedestrian. this pedestrian experience, yes. Because let me tell you something, I couldn't handle this. I couldn't handle traveling through a black hole, battling Terex, and then begging for Terex's life to have this old bitch sit across the table for me and tell me how nice it is that I'm going to be a singer until I find a man to get married. I'll have none of it. I would have flipped that damn table like it was. I would have lost it. You know, and I would have put on a light show because there's lots of noise.
How do you like that? Exactly. It's like she comes in, she's like, "Oh, are you going to get a real job?" It's like, what?
Absolutely not.
So she spilled accidentally. I think she did accidentally spill this.
Yeah, she's at this dinner with dinner date with Peter, and it's very sophisticated people, and it's people that Peter works with that could
Paul. It's Paul, isn't it? Paul. It's Paul, right?
Paul.
It doesn't matter. One of her man whores.
It starts with.
It doesn't matter what his name is at all.
But anyways, Paul, they're at this date, and it's people that could really help with his career, people that he looks up to in his career, very sophisticated, high class type people. And Allison is not doing a good job fitting in. She spills a glass. She makes kind of a scene, and it doesn't work out good.
But it's infuriating on multiple levels. Not only am I upset for her, the character, I'm again upset at the writers because the first thing that should be happening here is that she has just gone through so much stuff, right?
She's dealing with a lot.
She should be uncomfortable here because I was just fighting a cosmic supervillain in a black hole
and
3 days ago.
And coming back home.
I don't want to embarrass Peter tonight. Like, please.
Dude, imagine doing all that and coming back home to eating ketchup sandwiches. She literally, her last meal was a ketchup sandwich.
I don't understand how they're...
I'm more sympathetic. I'm more sympathetic to the ketchup sandwich because we all here who have suffered trauma, we know, right, that there's nothing better than some comfort food, right? Yes. And if a ketchup sandwich was her comfort food, then girl, eat all the ketchup sandwich you need because you just battled a cosmic supervillain in a black hole.
But that's how broke she is also. Like,
right. Gonna put some mustard on there too, though. Really, I do like my mustard on and with ketchup sandwich.
Look, all fair. Also, by the way, this was only 1980 something. Why 80 something? Why she didn't have a cabinet full of ramen? I do not understand.
Yeah,
all right? You know, we used to do.
81. I think we
used to do.
We are in 81. They had ramen at 10 cents.
You know the like we'd take like a Wonder Bread, like a piece of toast bread, and then you fold it like a triangle. You put a hot dog. You ever do that? That was our poor. Like there was 6 of us living in a 3-bed. Me and my 6 of us living in a 3-bedroom apartment. That was my childhood. So we would do the toast, making it like a triangle, and put a hot dog in that, and then that would be your because you wouldn't get hot dog buns because you already have bread, so you just buy the hot dogs, and that's why craft dinner was so great because it was like really cheap, and it'd be like $1 meal or whatever, right?
I've done all.
But yes, the trusty 6-panel layout. Yes, you gotta. When in doubt, go with your 6-panel layout. Okay. So yeah, we were getting spicy coming up, but these guys, everyone at this table sucks. So I don't even know why she went on this date. This is random.
Because he offers her dinner. She ate.
Well, they should have went out together. Like, why is he bringing other people? Yeah, I'm not feeling this Paul guy because why is he taking her out with these other people? Like, I understand.
I think he's starting to realize that maybe she's not fitting into his life so well, and maybe.
Well, the way he's insulting her in panel 4, geez.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he doesn't fit into her life so well either.
Yeah. So that's fine. They don't suit each other, but they're smooching a bit. But then he's like, I don't know.
Regardless,
I don't know about this relationship. I have to think about this.
Yeah,
and then she's like, okay.
After she shows him the door,
she shows him the door. Yeah, bye, see ya. And then
she should. That's a good girl. Allison.
Yeah. I think this guy did a fail. I think he did a fail evening. It was a fail evening for this guy on this one. He did not do right.
Also, I cannot get over her telephone. I cannot get over it.
Yeah, her payphone in the apartment. But she goes to bed and she's asleep, and her payphone ends up waking her up. She's like, "What the hell? It's late. It's late. Late. What's going on?"
So she answers the phone, and it's so another thing. He's got it. We forgot to mention this. He can He has a device that can change the voice.
Yes, a high-tech voice changer, which is like nothing nowadays, but I'm sure back then it was high-tech to be able to change your voice.
Yeah, it's like the scream caller.
So we get a nice little undressing or changing scene with Allison, as you see about once every issue.
Yeah. Well, if that didn't happen, why are we buying this comic? So she walks out. She doesn't take her disco purse though.
But he tricks her. He pretends to be her manager, I believe, and lures her over to this place, to his headquarters, basically.
Yes. I come to the square building, the squarest building you can find. Okay, I'm here. And this guy's here, Mr. Sunglasses. It's like Kato,
dude, who takes her inside this old, like, big ass factory.
Yeah, it's like, why is it still like? I mean, it's operating, but like, it's like, okay, whatever. So she comes in here. They do draw very pretty. Oh, there you. What? No, who? What?
Yeah, she's beautiful in these comics.
It's like, it's Techmaster. So she knows Techmaster, but he doesn't know that she's a mutant or anything like that. Otherwise, he definitely wouldn't have been calling her here.
Yeah.
I get you, my pretty. So it's like, he's like, give me. I hear you make a good ketchup sandwich. It's like, what? How does he know that?
He wants to know the secret behind her whole light deal, and he's prepared to pay her handsomely for that. And he offers her like all kinds of money, and he ends up doubling it, tripling it. She's not trying to take any money because she couldn't anyway, because nobody knows that it's actually a mutant. Well, some people know it's a mutant ability, but he doesn't know that it's a mutant ability. He gets pissed, so he grabs this big piece of is it granite? I don't know what it is, but he crushes it in his hand to demonstrate his powers, to show her, like, you're going to give me what I want.
And it's like, okay, well, I just fought Galactus and Terex, so I'm not that nervous. But anyways, so he's like, I've got to lock you in here, and then you just think about what you're going to do.
Yeah, so you're going to have to think about it. I'm taking you hostage, basically, locking you in this room till 4 p.m. today, so I will be back here then, and hopefully it'll work out how he wants. So he's locking her up.
Yep. And he's got to get our buddy here, Osgood. So there he is. My God, he's like right there. It's like 2 olives. Oh, it's Techmaster. Protect me. I love how this guy just gets like destroyed in 2 seconds. He just rips the gun. And it's like, yeah, see ya. Take a hike, buddy. Get the heck out of here.
Bodyguard's gun, and then he tells the bodyguard to take a hike, and the bodyguard's like, okay, and just leaves him.
What the heck? I want a refund on this bodyguard.
Yeah, he dips on him, just takes off.
Like, this guy sucks. I'm not hiring this guy. I'm gonna go on here. I'm gonna do a Google review, and I'm gonna give this guy 1 star. It's like, guy, just a supervillain showed up, and then the guy took off.
Yeah, man. So he's got him where he wants him. He wants revenge. That's his main goal. So he has him now.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
So Daz is able to blast her way out because she's the Dazzler.
Yeah.
And then these guys come back.
They don't know.
He's got his sunglasses on. It's like, it's all clear now. No wonder the Techmaster. Blah blah blah. So this thing is laser. These laser beams are there.
Yeah, he gets Harry back to his warehouse, and he don't know that Allison's escaped. And she overhears. She's like, holy shit, he's got my manager here. My manager's about to get killed. And yeah.
Yep, he's about to throw him over, and they're scuffling. He's going to, whoa, that's crazy. That guy's dead.
Wow.
Leave him alone.
Boom. Dazzle blast.
This is like pressing the mutant power button on the X-Men arcade game. Press that friggin' button.
Using your special.
Man, I just use endless specials, and then you lose your life every time you do it. I always hated that in that game. I'm like, why would you lose part of your life if you're using your special? Anyway.
It does take a lot out of Allison when she does her full on blast, though.
It does, especially in these early ones. So stay back. I don't want to hurt you. It's like, oh yeah, I don't have any problem hurting you. And he smacks the crap out of her, man. What the heck? And that's an iron fist.
No problem smacking a female around.
Oh yeah, well he doesn't care. So now he's gonna try to kill her. She pulls out her trusty radio, but crunch.
Yep.
She's like, that radio was like pretty expensive. Like, what's your problem?
Yep. So she grabs a hydrant, a fire hydrant, and goes with unconventional tactics. She's just fighting dirty, and whatever she can, she blasts him with the fire hydrant.
Then she throws it at him.
Yeah,
take that, you bastard.
Does little to nothing, and he charges at her.
Yep, grabs her. She dodged here and did a punch. Now, is this the first time that she's actually done a physical punch
that we've seen? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, punching someone hurts. I know they don't say that, but it does hurt.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Especially if you don't know how to do a correct fist. A lot of people don't know how to do a correct fist.
You are correct.
Very easy. I've broken mine.
Like, oh yeah. Oh, I've broken my finger, but
learn how to punch for your body. I've got long arms, so this kind of punching, the jabbing, works out really great for me.
Yeah.
Long
reach. Yeah.
And
yeah. She just went for it. Haymaker.
No better.
Yeah, she just went for it. She hurt her hand. So she's like, "Oh, my hand!" But she got him. She knocked him into this. Then he pulls that lever off.
And then she uses her purse as a weapon.
Nice, I love it. Purse. Yeah, purse is ranked one of the 5 deadliest weapons of all time.
Yeah, that's right. If she was Latina and had the chancleta ring, he'd be super finished.
Like the hydrant did nothing, but the purse actually hurt him.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys were wrestling fans, but like back when Sensational Sherry would carry the purse and she would hit someone with it, and then they'd be completely knocked out, and you're like, what the hell is in that purse? And then it would be like a brick or something in the purse. Yeah. And you'd be like, oh. So she smacked this guy pretty good. And then he falls over. No, help me.
But
now
Harry catches him.
Yep, he caught him.
So Harry, the guy who he wants to kill, ends up being his savior here. Saves his ass.
That's pretty cool. He actually saved him.
Dazzler lets him have it.
Yes.
And tells him off and does what she should have done a long time ago.
Yep. And she's just like, dude, what's your damage? Like, why are you so crappy?
Like, yeah, I saved your ass, and then you're sending me to this guy having me do birthday parties. When I've saved your ass, it never occurred to you that me being a mutant, I might have been out on a worthy cause over the past week. And he's like, holy shit, I'm a dick.
So yeah, he admitted. So that is it for tonight. Here's what's coming up.
A nice key issue. A key issue in the run.
Grapplers.
Not many key issues in the run, but this is actually a small key. I forget the key factor to it, but
I was just going to ask you. Do you remember what it was? I have all these, so I don't know. Well,
I'll pull it up let me see real quick. I don't remember because that's not really why I collected the run, but I do remember it being a small key. I'll look it up. We'll do key collector real fast.
Yeah, everyone's on that app. I don't do anything for keys. Like, I'll go to the shop and the guy will, like my shop owner will be like, oh, this will be a key issue. I'm like, I don't care. It's like
I just buy what I love, man. I follow the buy what you like rule.
Yep, I only buy what I like. All right, let's get you. Now I put the links to Cliff's channel and Scott's channel were in the description of the video, and they're also in the chat. But I'm gonna re-put them in the chat, and then Cliff, I know you got to go. We're gonna wrap it up, and I want to let you tell me what's going on your channel. Just give me a second. I'm gonna put your link up in there. All right, copy. And then Scott's channel. So I usually have as I make oops, oh yeah, there you go. As I do videos, I add people who I've connected with. I add their links into every video I do, whether they're a guest host or not. I just have like a friends list of everyone. So I've added you to that. So going forward, you'll be on that.
I was mistaken, dude. It's not a key. It's not a key. For some reason, I thought it was. Maybe it was just one I was missing for a while, and I finally got it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. And I'm also putting the Action Elite. So I'm on there tomorrow night talking about Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren, which is like an awesome movie. All right, so Cliff, what's going on? What do you got going on on your channel?
On my channel on Thursday night at 8, we've got Crisis Quest Trivia, which is my Jeopardy knockoff game. I don't penalize people for wrong answers. But yeah, so like that, and that's been really fun. So we're on, technically it's going to be episode 10, and this is my 3rd month doing that. And in like 12 minutes, I'm going to be over with John's Comics and Kids covering Uncanny X-Men because it's a night of mutants for me.
Nice.
Yes, John's awesome.
He is. And I mean, I don't even know. Sundays with the Council of Comics, we're doing movies. This year we're focused on trilogies. So this Sunday, we're in the middle of the Dark Knight trilogy. So we're doing The Dark Knight. Papa Wheelie will join us as a guest. Monday night, New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week. C-Bizzle will be joining us again as a guest, and that should be a lot of fun. And at the end, and most importantly, on Monday nights, you have a chance to win a duck. When you watch our new Comic Day episodes on Wednesdays, there's a chance to put something in the comments to win yourself a duck. And our duck race this month is going to be mega, because on the 27th, we're not only doing a duck race for a prize pack for the channel for this month, we are also doing some kind of duck race or something for our 750 subscribers. And we now have 2 slabs for our 750 subscribers. One being Jubilee's first appearance. Another just being a fun Harley Quinn issue that I can't remember what it's about, but it's just hang on. All right. That is my gigantic deal.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Cool stuff.
Scott, what's going on?
Comic Book Addicts, man. Every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This week, I will have co-hosts. I actually have a co-host this week. I'll have Collecting Waders coming to hang out and help me co-host. We'll have special guest Brian Silverbacks, amazingly talented artist. So please come hang out with us if you're not busy. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific for you West Coasters. Come hang out. Talk comics.
Cool. All right, so tomorrow, as I said, I'm going to be on the Action Elite. Well, actually, tomorrow I'm going to go on Chris's channel just to show us what you got. I did buy some stuff, so I can show some stuff. But then
I'll be there tomorrow at 7.
You'll be there tomorrow.
I'll be there as usual every Wednesday.
Cool. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Masters of the Universe, and then I'm going to go, and I'm also going to. Before that, I'm going to see Madam Web. Which I've got this ready, but we'll see. I'm
glad someone's gonna go and see it and do something about it. I think everyone just sitting back and be like, "No, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna save my mind." But it could still entertain you. We don't know.
The problem is that if I don't go, there's gonna be that question in my mind where it's like, "What if there was a slim chance it was kind of fun?" And so I'm gonna see it.
I like it.
And then, Gwen. Yes, you have Gwen. Yep,
yeah, I like
Gwen.
that.
But it's Valentine's Gwen.
Oh, it's Valentine's Gwen. I'm seeing it on Valentine's Day alone because my wife doesn't. I think my wife doesn't really like any. Oh no, we both like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We both like that movie, but other than that, we haven't liked any of the other ones. But I did buy the Marvels on 4K. Sorry, so we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that this weekend,
and I hope you enjoy it.
I saw it in the theater. Good. I buy everything.
Because I bought it and I enjoy it and I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I don't think I had a stream where I found 15 MCU things that are worse than the Marvel. I did an entire stream. The entire stream was only based on what is worse than the Marvels. And there was a lot worse. So there you go. And then of course Friday, Daredevil. Oh my God. You've got these are just like killer good. Elektra is like just one of the great characters that came out of this entire run. Yeah, the stuff with Kingpin is like legendary good. So we just did first appearance of Stick last week, so that's all been really awesome stuff. But okay, well, thank you to Cliff and Scott. When we'll see you guys. Well, Cliff, I don't know. You let me know if you want to come back a month. In a month to do the next 4 issues. If you're good, let us know.
Of course. Listen, I had a good time. Someone other than Scotty's got to stick up for Dazzler out here.
Yeah. We need more Dazzler support. I posted this on the Facebook group for Dazzler, so hopefully some people will check it out. But all right, everybody. Well, that is it. Thanks for joining me. Until next time. Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.